All right, let's get right into it. We have these incredibly powerful AI tools at our fingertips, right? I mean, they're some of the most powerful communication tools ever created. But here's the big question. Are we actually talking to them the right way? Today, we're going to unpack a whole new way of thinking about this, a new mental model for unlocking their full potential. And it all starts with changing how we give instruction. You know the feeling, I'm sure. You type what you think is a perfectly good question into an AI, you hit enter, and what you get back is, well, it's just not helpful. It's a super common frustration, but it turns out it's actually a symptom of a much, much bigger problem.
And how big is that problem? Well, take a look at this number, 42%. That is the absolutely staggering percentage of companies that end up abandoning most of their AI projects before they even see the light of day.
So yeah, this shows it's not just a personal annoyance. This is a massive industry-wide challenge. That 42% figure, it's actually surged from just 17% the year before. And get this, only 5% of custom AI tools built for businesses ever make it into production. The root cause? So often, it comes down to a fundamental misunderstanding of how to give effective instructions.
Okay, so how do we fix this? Well, the solution starts with a timeless principle from a field you probably wouldn't expect, storytelling. And this is where things get really interesting.
The secret weapon is a concept every great writer lives by: show, don't tell. You see, it's the difference between just stating a fact and actually painting a picture so your audience can experience it for themselves. Showing is about transmitting an experience, not just raw information. It's way more powerful. Let's look at a classic example to make this super clear. Telling is just saying, Michael was terribly afraid of the dark. Okay, fine, it's a fact. But showing is this. As his mother switched off the light and left the room, Michael tensed. He huddled under the covers, gripped the sheets, and held his breath as the wind brushed past the curtain. See the difference? Now you don't just know he's scared, you actually feel it with him.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's a nice writing trick, but what on earth does it have to do with AI? Well, it turns out this very same principle has a dramatic impact on how humans learn, and there's a fascinating study that proves it. Let's see how this idea goes from art to science. So back in 2008, a study in the Journal of Behavioral Education wanted to find the absolute best way to teach children with autism a pretty complex task: building a specific Lego model. They were measuring two key things: effectiveness, how fast they learned, and efficiency, which meant how long it took, and, crucially, how many mistakes they made along the way. They compared two totally different teaching methods. The first one, called least to most prompting, is basically our telling. The teacher gives very little guidance, waits for the kid to make a mistake, and then steps in to correct it. It's a reactive trial and error kind of thing. The second method, most to least prompting, is our showing. Here, the teacher physically guides the learner's hand through the correct steps from the very beginning. It's proactive. It's about errorless learning. And wow, the results are just so clear. That blue line, that showing, look how quickly it shoots straight up. The red line, telling, is a much slower, more painful climb. The study found that showing the correct path first led to fairly rapid acquisition, with way fewer errors. And minimizing errors is so important because making mistakes actually gets in the way of learning and just leads to frustration. And here it is, the big aha moment. The challenges we face with AI are the same timeless challenges of instruction. Vague, low-context prompts, they're telling. Asking help me with marketing forces the AI into this confusing trial and error loop, just like those tangled red lines. But rich, high-context prompts, that's showing. They build a whole world for the model to work in. They minimize errors, and they lead to faster, better results, just like those clean blue lines. Okay, this is all great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Let's switch gears from the why to the how and look at a practical toolkit you can use to apply show, don't tell to your own AI prompts, like right now. Just look at this. The difference in the output isn't just a little better, it is transformative. On the left, the telling prompt, help me with marketing, gets you this generic, pretty useless list. But on the right, the showing prompt, it gives a role, it gives context, it gives specific instructions. And the output? A detailed, creative, and genuinely useful 7-day social media content calendar. Giving specificity, a role, and context doesn't just refine the answer, it fundamentally changes what the AI is capable of doing. So, what's the magic here? Let's actually break down what makes this prompt work so well. It's a combination of several proven prompt engineering techniques. It uses role-based prompting when it says you are a marketing consultant. It provides rich contextual priming by setting the scene about the coffee shop. And by giving specific instructions on examples, it's using principles from both zero-shot and few-shot prompting. It is a masterclass in showing. And to make this easy and repeatable every single time, we can use a systematic blueprint. Think of this as your guide, your recipe for constructing prompts that show the model exactly what you need. It's called the TCRTE Framework.
And it's actually beautifully simple. First up, T is for task. Be crystal clear about what you want at the end. C is for context. Build the world for the AI. Give it a persona, an audience. R is for reference. Show it what a good answer looks like, the tone, the style. T is for test. Define what success looks like so you can measure it. And finally, E is for enhancement. Have a plan for how you're going to refine and iterate on what it gives you.
So, as we wrap this up, it's really important to see that this isn't just about learning a new prompting trick. This is about a fundamental shift in how we think about working with AI.
Here's the key takeaway. The next big leap forward in AI isn't going to come from the models getting more powerful on their own. It's going to come from us, from more skillful human collaborators who have truly mastered the art of instruction. We're moving away from just giving commands and toward artfully providing instruction. And this brings us right back to where we started. Remember those crazy high failure rates for AI projects? Let's look at them again, but this time through our new lens. A solution not matching the problem? That's a failure of showing the task in context. Poor data quality? That's a failure of showing a good reference. Unclear business value? A failure of showing how to test for success. Adopting this showing mindset becomes a powerful, strategic way to de-risk these huge initiatives.
I want to leave you with this perfect quote from the master storyteller Anton Chekhov. He said, "Don't tell me the moon is shining. Show me the glint of light on broken glass." That's the mindset. To master AI, we have to become better teachers, better collaborators, and better storytellers. So the only question left is, what will you show your AI next?